I'm live. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you are all able to hear me. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Can someone type yes in the chat box so that we can begin? Okay, sure. Thank you, Sanket. Thank you, Yash. So basically, I will start in 2-3 minutes. Let's all the students join, and then we can start it. Kushal, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. I think there is some mismatch in what I say and when the comments are loading. Okay, sure. We need software for practicing. Okay, yes, yes. Meanwhile, I will suggest some software. Since SQL is an open software, you can use MySQL, Oracle, or PostgreSQL. Sanket. So I will give you some names. You will be able to. MySQL. Just hi, hi, hi. First, hi. How's your just guys? Okay, MySQL works, PostgreSQL works, Oracle SQL works, whatever it is, because it is an open software and you can particularly use anyone. Yes. So let's start for in few minutes, and then we can begin with our presentation. I will share my screen. Meanwhile, you all are engineering students, or there are other backgrounds as well. You can type engineering students. Yes, Gauri. Engineering. MCA, okay, okay. BCA, okay, okay. Engineering student, okay. So basically anything which is related to bhai बेरोजगार, but you are student, right? Sanket. BCA. Okay, okay. Business analytics. Okay, okay. That is good. So actually, engineering student, PLSU, okay, engineering, okay, BTech. Yes, Tanveer, what is your question? BCA. राम राम मूवी तो खतरनाक नाम रखे हैं तुम लोगों ने. So I was going at BCA cybersecurity. We have very advanced fields here. BSc IT. Okay, okay. So I was just going through these collected channel. मैंने देखा कि there are many um, more boot camps for Python and different languages based on different streams. I hope apart from SQL आपने वो भी देखा होगा. थोड़ा explore कर लीजिए how it works and how these tools will actually help you in your practical career, because selected uh, as an like, promising platform where they are going to uh, teach you all these tools. Okay, थोड़ा देख लेना, explore कर लेना. There are many much other tools apart from SQL, Python, and all the front end and back end development software which is required. Good evening. Good evening. So two more minutes and we will start our presentation. Just give me a minute. BTech. There are many students who have joined BSc in mathematics. Can a job as in data analytics with this skill? Yes, Kriti, you can land a job with this skill, but apart from this skill, you will also require and other skills as well. We will discuss it, all the application and the scope of the SQL, Kriti Pandey, and we will be discussing everything apart from that. How to get a certificate? Yes, you will get that information at the end of this session. Hydra, official Hydra. BCA for cybersecurity. Hi, sir. Can we get this? Yes, yes. You will get that at the end of the session. Now the cameras are photo. Bhai, I am born this way. That cannot be helped. But regardless, I will try. Clean that. Just because he said. Don't worry, I'm not that insecure to be trolled by an anonymous person. Don't worry. Don't worry. The certificate has any importance? Yes, of course. This will give you brief about how to start in an SQL domain. Have you ever gone through the SQL part? How many have you actually know the basics and have started this qualification? Sure, sure, Shadow Akash will go through that as well. Now, I'm not going to start with installation, ma'am. We will be directly starting because you see, installation can also be done. Uh, you can take some help from the YouTube tutorials based on the sites you are having. And yes, okay, okay. Then I'll just start and share my screen in a minute. I think it's 10:05 already. So about me. I hope that my presentation is visible now. Is it? हाँ भाई तुम्हें से आ रहा है. Okay, sure. So welcome everyone. Good evening. I'm. We are here to learn about the SQL. We'll start with the basics, not the installation part, of course, because we don't have much time, and the installation will actually take an hour or two. So basically, we are in this evening we are going to have some meaningful insights on how the SQL can be used in practical application when it comes to working in corporate jobs and many much other fields as well. It includes SQL is basic, which is just like an Excel. This will be required for your future. Okay. Okay. So I'll start with my introduction first. So, switching to the next slide. Hi everyone, I am Weber Korapi. I welcome you all to my SQL presentation. I am currently working as an deputy manager in credit risk modeling team at Axis Bank. And someone asked my qualification, so here they are. I've done my MTech in industrial engineering and management from NIT Trichy, and before that, I had done my BE from Pune University, that is Savitribai Phule University, and the stream was mechanical engineering. So the format of this session will be more like I will ask you some questions and we will then check about your knowledge. Hindi will also work. Hindi English will be having a mix of that. Don't worry about that. So सो सो हमने देखा कि मतलब हम पहले ये जानने की कोशिश करेंगे सीक्वल है क्या. We'll start for that, and then we will move to some basic queries, then to some advanced queries, and then we will see some joins as well, because this is the extraction part. There are many more applications to SQL, but we will be focusing on the creating some kind of insights. Okay, no, bro, no Telugu. It will be more in English if you want, but sorry for everyone else. Uh, so moving to the next slide. Uh, do you have any idea what is SQL? Like, because we have to start from the basics definition as well. So anyone can give me some insight. I know it is written on the screen as well, but what is your understanding of that, of the SQL software? A structured query language, correct. Do those which are job. You may get more than that, Devyanshu. I'm from Pune. I'm from Pune. Okay, so basically we'll start with the SQL definition. SQL is nothing but structured query language. It is simply used to interact with relational databases, and it helps us to retrieve data, update and manage the structured data which is stored in tables. So in day-to-day life, you will be experiencing. You are using many kind of applications, many kind of services when it comes to proceeding with the day-to-day activities. For example, if you are going to gym, if you are going to school, if you are going to some college, if you are using some applications, your data is being collected by the things which you use. For example, अगर तुम जिम जा रहे हो तो they will be having your number, your name in this, your name, your address, your details. अगर तुम Amazon का app use कर रहे हो, you are going to have your name and all the address, the same basic information, and this is stored in the SQL data. It is stored in the tabular format, and SQL is one of the tools which can be used to extract this data. So there are many much more application when it comes to data, because everything is data and SQL is just used to manage the data. I hope you are here and have an analysis. Yes. uh, प्लीज हिंदी में, हाँ ठीक है, हिंदी में बताएंगे भाई. सिंस वी आर मोर इनटू, मतलब अभी अभी तक का एग्जांपल, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन आई से योर डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज. फॉर एग्जांपल तुम टिकट भी बुक कर रहे हो किसी भी ऐप में. फॉर एग्जांपल आईआरसीटीसी का ऐप है, तुम वहाँ पे जाते हो, अपनी इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्हारी पहले से स्टोर होती है. सो बैक एंड में कहीं ना कहीं वो डेटा स्टोर होता रहता है. कहीं ना कहीं तुम्हारा नाम, नंबर, पता जो भी है, एड्रेस, तुम्हारा आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड, जिस भी साइट में तुम जाते हो. सिंस आई एम फ्रॉम बैंकिंग डोमेन, आई हैव लिटरली लॉट ऑफ मतलब applications where the data is used, because everything is data, and nowadays we cannot strive without data. Yes, sir. Okay, so I hope so these are some basic definitions. I just basic steps which is involved in the SQL, structured query language. The first one starts with the data retrieval. uh, Retrieval is nothing but the extraction part, जो हम आज थोड़ा देखेंगे. Data and apart from that, so जैसे कि यहाँ पे लिखा है, query database to fetch specific data using the select statement. So we'll start with all those statements in few minutes, and then the data manipulation part. Data manipulation is also required in many other forms. For example, if there data manipulation इसलिए required होता है because there might be a chance that हर किसी के पास खुद का for example हर किसी की इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं रहती. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई पर्सन रहता है, वो अपना सिर्फ फर्स्ट नेम यूज करता है. सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक अमेजन का डेटाबेस है. नाउ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू फेस इज, किसी ने अपना सिर्फ फर्स्ट नाम डाला है, सेकंड नाम डाला नहीं है, the last name डाला नहीं है, तो we have to the the computer might not process it as an entity, the null entity. So we have to put some manipulation or some kind of zero value, so that we will be able to make some assumption based on the things we have. There are some more insert statement, update statement, and delete statement, which are used to formatting our data, updating our data, right? The data definition. Okay, so basically there are various kind of matlab, since you are from BCA and engineering background, I'm sure that you must be having the knowledge of what kind of data types are there, which is available in the computer science world, in the IT field. For example, there are integer, booleans, strings, floaters. I am sure that you must have heard of all these words I just said. Have you? Have you? I guess yes. So another part is data control. So basically, there are there are lot of kinds of hand double, yes, double as well. So there are when it comes to assessing data, there are, for example, there are two levels of people. The higher management should be able to give more kind of data compared to the level person of a who is comparatively new to the organization. So we can give them the access and revoke if it is not required. So those kind of data control is possible in this SQL. SQL का टाइप एक्सप्लेन, SQL का एक जनरल टाइप होता है, and most probably mostly तो 90% all the queries are similar, but it based on the the software. For example, the platform, it can be Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL. Based on that, there are slightly different syntax when it comes to the differences. Rest, all of the data science, all of the SQL is similar. 90% of it is similar. And the data analytics, which can be the SQL tables can be then merged to, now coming to the next point, the SQL statements can be then merged to the visualization tools such as BI and Power BI and all the other tools which are used to visualize our data. And then comes the data storage part as well, because ultimately the SQL is used to store the data जहाँ से हम फिलहाल retrieve करने वाले हैं. Sure, sure. Sure, sure, sure. Difference between SQL and no SQL. You see, when it comes to SQL, so SQL is more of an the tabular format, and no SQL are used for the large data formats. But since we are only going to discuss SQL here, we will keep our domain to that only. Yes. So now we'll just start you with the data set. I hope you are able to see my thoughts, right? So basically, I have some dummy data. It is more of an movie rental system with having multiple tables, such as each captures a lot of aspects of business. It is more. You can consider this an scenario where we have a store, multiple store in the multiple location, having a lot of customers where we rental DVDs. I know it's an outdated concept now because we have in Netflix and all those streaming services. But let us say that such thing exists, which can be interpolated on our existing data sets. So basically, our table has. I'm just going to give you some six table details of six tables. There are much more in the database which I have. The actor, so it has, as you, it is very clear what the actor table will have: the name, surname, and all that stuff. The film will have the name of the movies, and including the ratings and cost. Customer, the customer details is something which we are very interested in, because those are used to give the major kind of analytics when it comes to marketing or doing all those activities which is related to business. And the inventory data, of course, the inventory is very important data. For example, it can be for in this example it is used in case to store the films, the film DVD. But when it comes to managing warehouses, this is a similar example where we can manage our inventory. I'm sure there are many more students which who are having application on the warehouses. Then comes the rental, where we have the transactions, where we'll be having the monetary transaction of how much the rental cost is there. And then comes the payment, where the customers have maintained the payment, and the records are there with the dates. Um, uh, I hope. Yes, the I can provide you with the SQL notes. Uh, Yes, you will get the certificates. You all will get certificate, but the end of the lecture, you will be you will be more briefed on that. So, एक बार फिर से okay, this is not very much of an where we can we have to spend a lot of time. We can just move on to the next slide. Okay. So now this is the basic queries. Okay. Now they are SQL, the very basic SQL. The good part about SQL is it is very intuitive. तुमको जो दिख रहा है, तुमने अगर एक बार पढ़ लिया तो भी तुमको शायद आइडिया आ जाएगा वंस यू हैव दी वर्किंग नॉलेज ऑफ कि हो क्या रहा है. For example, on the left side we have the statements or syntax, or sorry, on the left side we have the statements, or we can say the operators is also there. That's why I have kept it blank, uh, because nothing is very unique. The select statement is a statement, because and distinct is an used to create some kind of filter, but count is an aggregate function. I will tell you about the aggregate function as well. सो बने रहिए, बस सब बताऊंगा, ठीक है. सो और हमारा फॉर्मेट ऐसा होगा, हम एक स्लाइड पढ़ेंगे, दूसरी स्लाइड पे नहीं जाएंगे. एक स्लाइड पढ़ने के बाद वी विल आई विल गिव यू सम एग्जांपल्स एंड ऑन जो यहाँ पे लिखे हैं ऑन दी पीजी एडमिन नोट. देन यू कैन वेयर यू कैन बी मतलब तुम देख पाओगे कि एग्जैक्टली चल क्या रहा है, हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू बी एग्जीक्यूटेड, एंड व्हाट आर द थिंग्स वी विल गेट फ्रॉम the example, what will be the output we will get from these examples. Okay, is that clear? Where is the note? I will give you the note if you require, because and most of the thing is this is a very generic thing, but the understanding part it is very essential. But most of the things are available in an open domain only. Well, you will be it. Such as if you want to use protected data will be, yes. Avinash, yes, you are correct. So the first statement is select statement. The syntax is there in the. I will read it out. Select start from select column name, which is used to this basically every SQL for SQL query start from the select statement. Every SQL start from the select statement. This is the basic thing which you'll have to go through. You will require it every time you try to run the SQL statement, and 90% of times. Now comes the distinct part. So distinct is, as you can see, it is very intuitive. It is not, it does nothing but it is used to remove the duplicate values, and so that we can have the distinct name, distinct data. For example, if we want some kind of data, distinct data. For example, there are five kind of ratings in the database which you have. So I'm sure that you must be having मतलब you must be watching a lot of movies based on that. For example, yeah, I think मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों यूज कर रहा हूँ. Can we use SQL for brick project? SQL is only used to retrieve data. Unique identity user alive. Okay, I will get back to you all your questions. Please keep the questions for the later part. I will give you all your time so that you will be able to answer it. You more able to focus on the lecture part. We will get to all the part. Okay. Uh, so can you see my slide, right? Coming back to slide. Can you see my slide, right? Basic queries, correct? I'm sorry, I'm not getting. Someone said come back to. Okay, you can see. Okay, cool. So we'll just so as I said, count is a function. Usually whatever I have written below the count, below the bold statement, or we can say the operator, that has very much weightage. uh, for example, count is used to return the number of rows. It is a function and will not work without the parenthesis, which are the brackets. Okay, I will share the PDF. You can just go on search the SQL sheets and you will be able to get that. Okay, not an issue. Now coming to the where conditions. Where condition is nothing but it is used to filter our results. So I will give you example as well, where is used to, for example, if in the select statement we are going to select our columns, we'll get our columns and rows. Okay, now we for moving to the distance will give us the filter on rows based on the what kind of unique values which you want. Okay. um, no, I'm not moving to another topic. Okay, and count will be used to give the return the counts of that particular thing which we require, particular data which we require. I know this is very theoretical. When we'll move to the क्या बोलते हैं, the sharing part and the running of query part, I'm sure that you will be able to grab what I'm trying to say here. So I hope you the where condition, as I said, is used to filter. Okay, and please look at the syntax as well. From select column name, or we can use multiple columns. We can use the select column 1 comma column 2, whatever the column name is, and then we will put the from table, from the table name, where we will put the condition. As I said, condition is used to filter on columns or rows to be formatted. Okay, and where condition will use comparison operators. I hope you are aware of the comparison operator and logical operators. For example, there are equal to, less than, more than, and equal to. Yes, yes, we use SQL to communicate with language. Thank you. And not equal, and there are logical operators and, or, and not. Any other logical operators are you aware of? Please try. I will switch my screen once. Okay. So I null is not an logical operator. हाँ मतलब, हाँ ये and nor is something which is a logical operator. Nor is, yes, that is a logical operator. Okay, okay. I hope you are able to see my screen, the PG admin screen. Now we will start by writing some queries. Um, I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera a bit. Negation. Okay, the screen is visible, correct? Give me likes, I guess. This is the first time I'm streaming live on YouTube. Um, okay, okay. हाँ तो we will start from the very basics. Okay, I'm going to PG admin. Select star from. Oh, Asha, before that, I will show you the my database. Here I have 16 tables. I only showed you the first six, but I have a kind of structured table here. For example, I have actors. This is all related to the, the movies rental store, which is an actual business. But data can be dummy. But this is an actual business where where we have the information, because customer may come and just say कि मुझे भाई इस शाहरुख खान की मूवी दिखाओ या फिर सलमान की दिखाओ, और फिर दे आर वेरी नीश काइंड ऑफ पीपल जहाँ पे वो बोलेंगे नहीं मुझे तो सिर्फ नवाजुद्दीन की ही देखनी है. तो उनके हिसाब से वी आर सपोज टू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ डेटा, बिकॉज पीपल आर नॉट मच मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन द मूवीज, बिकॉज ठीक है, this is an example for our DVD rental base, but when it comes to streaming also, we are eager to know what kind of movies we are going to watch. I mean, क्या देखना है, आधा टाइम तो नेटफ्लिक्स स्क्रॉल करने में चला जाता होगा तुम लोगों का भी, कि भाई देखना क्या है. So these kind of data we have: actor, addresses, category, city. These are all the tables, and if we just expand some customer table, then we will check what kind of columns we have. We have the customer ID, store ID, last name, email address, and etc, etc. So I will tell you about the how do we connect two table, join two table in the later part. But let us stick to the basic ट्रिगर्स बता दिए तो so let's start storing. Yes, Bayan. The thing is, this is we are more focused on the extraction part. Yes, first we have to take data in a structured form, and then we have to make a query or some kind of uploading statements or some kind of importing queries where we are storing data first, and then comes the manipulation, and then comes the extraction, and then before that the cleaning part is also there. But yes, all whatever you are saying is correct. Okay, sure. Okay, so I will start with the basic query first. I hope you are paying attention because uh, because the real things are starting from now. Select star from. Please mind my typing. I'm very clumsy. Actor. So as you see, we have used select star from actor. What does the star mean? Star means everything. We can specify any column name, but star will give you uh, the output for all the columns. For example, we have seen this in this the actor table. What we have the actor ID, we have the actor first name, actor second name, and the last updated timestamp. Okay, we can check. Similarly, we can check the customer database. Okay, this is quite large compared to the actor table. Yes, we can see. Okay, we can see that what are the fields which we have. We have the customer ID, store ID, first name, last name, email, address ID, and the active boolean. I'm sure that we have to check. I'm sure this is to see where the customer is still actively participating in the purchase of the movie rentals or not. Okay, I think that's it. And the larger break time, I will get back to all the things. So you can see there are two in the first two column, there are customer ID and store ID. Okay, so basically this is can you guess from which of these tables you think the second column store ID will be more relevant, and what you can think the practical use for that is? Anyone can give me insights? फ्रंट एंड के लिए ज़्यादा नहीं होगा भाई, बैक एंड के लिए होता है जहाँ तक मुझे पता है. Select star from customer. Can anyone give me select? So select star release here from film. Don't worry, I will not keep typing every time. I'm just here to give you some idea about the syntax. Okay, so from the above statement, from the above query, we were able to get all the statements because of the operator, the star operator, asterisk operator. But now we have just retrieved the title and the release year columns from the film table. I hope this makes sense till now. I think yes, Tanvir Aman, you are absolutely correct. It was for store only. Ha ha. I know I'm sharing the screen side by side and asking you the same question, but it's more important that you understand that stuff. See, you see the thing which connects this table, customer table, from the ID table is store ID. So can we? So in this language of SQL, it is called as key. This key is used to make joins. Okay, this is very important part uh, for the basics, of course. This is the common entity between the customer and and the store, store ID. So in this context, this store ID is key. and this is how all the database must be linked to each other. All the actors address, the actors will not be, just to give you a practical example, the actors will not be having any connection to addresses, but the customer will be having connection to addresses. So addresses will the addresses column will have address id, city id as well. Okay, that makes sense. फॉरेन की, अरे भाई यूनिक की, फॉरेन की, तुम सबको पता तो है सब कुछ. इट्स गुड. ओके, यार आई थिंक तुम सबको ज़्यादा पता है. Cool. चिपक गया. Okay, so now we will just go to the another four queries. This is for distinct column. You must be having idea about the ratings of films, right? नहीं, नहीं पता. You don't know about the ratings. I'm sure you must be having idea. तुम मूवीज देखते होगे यहाँ की बाहर की. You must be having what kind of rating Deadpool 4 has. Deadpool and Wolverine had. Sure. So I will just run this query, select distinct rating from film. Then we will have idea key what kind of ratings are available for our viewers to rent, for our customers to rent. So this is just an example. If we remove that rating, we will get all kind of. We will, if we remove this distinct column, we will get all the ratings available. But since only viewing the ratings for based on the customer, we are based on the film, we are not going to have any kind of meaningful insight. So we'll use the distinct operator, distinct function here, so that we can check what are the unique ratings available for our film titles. Okay, this makes sense till now. हाँ, IMDb rating, that is quite different thing. This is for the certifications which the board provide, the film board provides to the movies. अपने इधर में भी ये रहता है, हिंदी हिंदी मूवीज में भी रहता है. AU ये जब तो वो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट वाला रहता है ना, दैट्स द सेम थिंग. Will the query override first? What about this? Will the query override first? You see, okay. Since I selected and then ran, so it was only showing the query for which I have selected. तो ये बात है, जो ये से वापस से अगर सिर्फ ये सेलेक्ट करके ये रन करूंगा तो यही हो जाएगा. एंड एज यू सी, all the query ends with this. Sorry, not this. ये क्या हो गया? हाँ, this semicolon. Okay, ठीक है, इंग्लिश में समझ नहीं आ रहा. Okay, the screen was little blurry. Is it clear now? I hope yes. Semicolon, correct. Terminator. अच्छा, you are still talking about movies. Okay, this is PostgreSQL PG Admin 4. This is the environment which we are using. I'm using currently. There are many more different environments. As I have mentioned, the SQL, for SQL, that are the Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and you can find many more online tools as well. No about coding. No about coding. Okay, I will move to the third account. Waiting for the film. Mm. So we can say that. So what does the first query says? That we have the this is the number of rating which is available for our film. I will for our film database select star from film. So this is the all the things, all the database. I mean, all the columns. We have special features. Last, wait. We have the rating data, replacement cost, the length of the movie, the rental rate, the rental distribution, the language ID based on if different kind of languages are available or not, and then the release year and the description of the movie and the title. So we are going to so this count query was used to count the rating of the film. ठीक है? It does make sense, right? अब यहाँ पे देख रहे थे कि डिस्टिंक्ट काउंट रेटिंग कितनी है कोई बता सकता है? Anyone? Hello. Can anyone say what this query will give? No. The select count rating from film which it gave 1,000, correct. But I'm talking about the count distinct rating which I have highlighted. No, not 1,000. Particularly not 1,000. अच्छा, तुमने डिस्टिंक्ट में क्या देखा? डिस्टिंक्ट में कितनी डिस्टिंक्ट रेटिंग थी? तुमने डिस्टिंक्ट में क्या देखा भाई? तुमने डिस्टिंक्ट में क्या देखा? फिर से देखते एक बार. क्या था भाई? तुमको डिस्टिंक्ट समझा ना? सेलेक्ट डिस्टिंक्ट रेटिंग फ्रॉम फिल्म. हाँ भाई. Seven? I don't know one or seven from where it is coming. But seven is one. एक बार के लिए समझता है. But definitely not seven. Yes, five is correct. Five is correct. यहाँ पे पांच दिख रही थी ना तो distinct. अब ये यहाँ पे फंक्शन लगा है count is a function as said in this PowerPoint you will see that it is a function and will not work without parenthesis. तो मैंने यहाँ पे brackets लगाया है और यहाँ पे देखो तुमको जब ये वाली query चलाई the sixth row it was showing that distinct आ रही है पांच रेटिंग आ रही है correct. PG, R, NC-17, PG-13 and G. These are from for the Hollywood standards. और इसके count कितने होंगे? Five. The answer is the five is correct. Make sense. Okay. How to remove duplicate value? अरे भाई, let's start with the basics and we'll remove the duplicate value. But why do you need to remove duplicate value first? I mean, what are your objective when it comes to remove? What is your main goal for that? In this context, I'm asking. Sure. So now I will. I think. So count. I hope you understand. Distinct. You understand. And I will check with the where operator. Now I said where is a condition is a condition which is used to filter our rows. Condition on columns to be filter on rows. Okay, and where comes after the from clause. Make sense? इसके बाद ही आता है सेलेक्ट डिस्टिंक्ट रेटिंग. यहाँ पे वेयर नहीं लगेगा, फ्रॉम के बाद लगेगा वेयर. ओके, सेलेक्ट डिस्टिंक्ट रेटिंग फ्रॉम फिल्म. Okay, now for clearing everything, select. I will just break down the query which we wrote. Which okay. So so as you can see, we have selected title from film. Where operator यहाँ पे from के बाद आ रहा है, correct. Where operator from के बाद आ रहा है and we have put सॉरी वेयर क्लॉज फ्रॉम के बाद आता है. और हमने जो रेंटल रेट का ऑपरेटर मतलब रेंटल रेट पे हमने एक फिल्टर लगाया है वेयर रेंटल रेट इज मोर देन 4. तो ये है यहाँ पे ऑपरेटर. एंड फिर यहाँ पे लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर भी आपको दिख रहा है. And then comes the replacement cost. वहाँ पे we have put condition where replacement cost is more than 19 units of money. It can be dollar or rupees, whatever. I think dollars. And then again we have used and operator to filter our rating based on whether the rating is R or rating is PG-13. I said this is intuitive. I hope that you are able to check. मतलब and grasp from this is very this is not a complex query. एक घंटे बाद request time. So I will just run it. We'll have some kind of we have breakdown our query here. I hope this makes sense. Select title from film where rental rate is more than 4 and replace font is more than or equal to $19.99 and rating is R or rating is PG-13. Clear till now? Clear till now? Okay, I hope yes. Um, I hope yes. No, no. Tanveen, I mean, okay. We will move ahead. We'll have more complex query where the same statements will be used. I hope there, and when I will be explaining that, I hope you catch that. Okay. So now I will switch my screen again back to the PowerPoint window. So, so the now comes the order by statement, limit statement, between statement, and in statement. So, as you can see, order by is nothing but the sorting option. Okay, sorting. I hope everyone knows what is sorting. The sort class is by default it is used ascending order, and then comes the descending order. The order can be used on different columns, and we can use order by a column without using that column in the statement. Okay, now this currently doesn't make sense, but it will be you will be confused I will be introducing group by statement. Okay, then comes the limit is nothing but we are going to, since the data can be large in the real life scenario, so we are going to limit, so limit is used to limit our output. And between is again a kind of filter, in is again a kind of filter, but between is kind of the one which uses logical operator, and can be used again the range of values. And in can be used both for numeric values and strings as well. Okay. So I will just again I hope the syntax makes sense, because as I said, this is intuitive and the syntax can be just read out and you will be able to get it from anywhere online. But I hope when I will show you example, it will be more clear. Sorry, this is. I hope again my screen is visible. Uh, s- select select start from to 0. Order by payment date, and we can put descending or ascending. By default, order by is done on ascending order, in ascending order. Okay. Relation payment does not exist. Okay. Put. ठीक है. Sorry, I used the wrong table name. Okay. I hope this makes sense to you. The query makes sense to you. Mm. So this is just a simple order by statement where we are using to sort our data. Now we will put limit to our limit. Sorry. Limit. We can all since we can see this is the large pool of data, we can only see 10. So this is so this is the limit statement. Okay. Okay, and then we'll check how the between and in operator works. I will just simply put I will just type it, and then you will be able to see. Okay, we just copy paste the query. We will just pre-written. So this is how the between statement works. Select star from payment, where payment date is between 1 Feb 2007 and 15 Feb 2007. 7. Does it make sense? So this is how we have used our between operators, and then now moving towards the in operator. For example, we have select star from um, actor, and now if we are trying to retrieve some kind of information on our एक्टर्स व्हेन ऐसे कि हमको इसी पर्टिकुलर एक्टर की ही मूवी देखनी है या फिर किसी का नाम पता है किसी का सरनेम पता है तो दैट इज द रियल सिनेरियो वेयर we will be able to use the fill up in between statements or uh, in operator. So now we'll move with the check with the in operator. Select from actor, select star from actor where first name and last name is first name in. This is the syntax for that. We can use some common name, that is I can say Nick or last name in in Berry. Last name CV set. Wait, I'll just get back. This makes sense, right? This makes sense. We'll just change the query. We'll go back to the customer statement. The same thing, where first name in Linda or Barbara or last name in Ellie. So this is the query, the output we are going to get when we will use in statement. So as we saw that for the about statement, we were able to filter our data based on the between operators, and then we used some range. Okay, and while using the in operator to filter our data, हमने देखा कि directly हम string से भी search कर सकते हैं. Correct. Okay, now we'll just I have shown you the four examples, the next four examples, and now we'll move again. I am going to share my screen again towards my presentation. Entire screen window, PowerPoint slideshow. Okay, now comes the group by clause, like and having. So I'll tell you something about the aggregate functions. So aggregate functions are nothing but the predefined functions which are already existing in SQL. For example, average, round, count, max, min, sum. These are the example of you know the count. मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बताया था how it used to check the count the number of rows for our given column. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, तभी हमने order by देखा और भी चीजें देखी. But there are other aggregate functions. और aggregate functions की बात ऐसी होती है, they are always used with the parenthesis, brackets हमेशा लगते हैं उसमें. And group by statement. Now starting with the group by statement. So the group by statement organizes data into groups based on the column values, often used with aggregate functions. ठीक है. एंड वन थिंग, वेयर स्टेटमेंट के अंदर एग्रीगेट फंक्शंस नहीं यूज होते हैं. वेयर ऐसा नहीं होगा, वेयर एवरेज इज इक्वल टू 5, ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. वो बताता हूँ कैसे होता है, बट वेयर स्टेटमेंट में तो पक्का नहीं लगता, ये बात तो श्योर है. ठीक है. अभी हमने लाइक और आई लाइक भी बताता हूँ. लाइक इज यूज टू यूज एज एन सर्च स्ट्रिंग. जैसे इनमें हमने अभी जस्ट थोड़ी देर पहले हमने इन देखा था, उसमें हमने स्ट्रिंग सर्च की थी. दैट वाज फॉर द एग्जैक्ट थिंग, बट लाइक इज फॉर द अनएग्जैक्ट थिंग. फॉर एग्जांपल तुमको किसी का सरनेम पता है और पूरा पहला नाम नहीं पता, देन इन दैट केस फॉर द यू कैन choose you can use something like the मतलब like only, yeah, like statement you can use. और having clause. Okay, तो हमने where is used to filter based on the straightforward condition. ठीक है. और having is used to make a filter on the aggregate functions. जैसे कि मैंने कहा सिंटैक्स में ग्रुप where you can see here where statement should not refer the aggregate result, correct. सो देन हम एग्रीगेटेड रिजल्ट पे एग्रीगेट जब हम फंक्शन यूज करेंगे तो भाई उस पर फिल्टर कैसे लगाएंगे, उसके लिए आता है हैविंग क्लॉज. तो हैविंग क्लॉज कैन बी यूज्ड आफ्टर द ग्रुप बाय स्टेटमेंट. ओके. Yeah, for example, select column name, then we will use our aggregate function on another column from table. फिर आएगी where condition, which is used to filter in a straightforward way without मतलब ये सिर्फ नॉन एग्रीगेट फंक्शंस को फिल्टर करते हैं. और ग्रुप बाय के बाद और ग्रुप बाय में हम जो क्या बोलते हैं, जो हमने जो नॉर्मल कॉलम्स यूज किए हैं एग्रीगेट फंक्शन में नहीं यूज करना है, नॉर्मल कॉलम्स में यूज करना है. और एग्रीगेट फंक्शन पे फिल्टर लगाने के लिए ये स्टेटमेंट होता है हैविंग. सो वी विल जस्ट कैन आई गेट पीडीएफ? यस, यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग, डोंट वरी. नेट क्यूज फॉर सर्टिफिकेट. Okay. Okay, I will give you some again. I will go back to my screen. The Postgre SQL screen. Entire screen, window, post PG admin. I think my query is again visible. So we'll just type out again. Is my screen still visible to you? Because I'm here to check. I want to check the YouTube comments as well. I think yes. Correct? It is visible, right? Okay. Okay. So we'll just use. Give me a minute. Yeah, it is visible. Correct. Okay, sure. So now. So now we are here to use the group by statement. As I said, this is going to use group our statement, group our columns. ठीक है. अभी देखते हैं कैसे it can work. Select CUS customer ID, comma, sum amount. अब आएगा table name from payment. We are just looking at the payments table. So I hope I will use where statement, where C is not equal to 137. This is just an arbitrary thing which I have used. Group group by customer ID. Remember one thing: you should not be using aggregate function in group by statement. Okay, let's see what it gives. So now this query will give us the customer ID and sum of amount from payments table. Okay. Okay. Now we will check the, you know, like having statement. It is going to be a straightforward thing. As I said, having जो use होगा, it will be only uh, used for फिल्टरिंग दी एग्रीगेट फंक्शंस. जैसे कि यहाँ पे सम यूज किया है, तो सम में अगर फिल्टर लगाना है, अब यू कैन सी दैट यहाँ पे सम जो है 80 है, 137 है, 106 है. प्रोबेबली यू वांट द कस्टमर आईडीज जहाँ पे ज़्यादा खर्च करने वाले कस्टमर्स है. तो वहाँ पे यू कैन सी जो लोग सिर्फ $100 से ऊपर खर्च कर रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पे हम फिल्टर लगा सकते हैं, बिकॉज they are spending more and we can give them some kind of discount or some kind of offers and make them remind them कि हाँ भाई how it is done in on an actual environment ऐसा. So I'm going to use having clause again, where some amount back to the screen. Group ID, I just pasted it, don't worry. Thanks. I will just restart it. Sorry. So as you can see, we have filtered our data based on the aggregate function using the having column. So इसका practical example से भी यही होगा कि we want to filter out the customers who have highest spending pattern compared to the customer who have not, so that we can target them. कुछ डिस्काउंट दे सकते हैं, कुछ ऑफर दे सकते हैं, सो दे कैन बी केप्ट, मतलब वो वापस आएंगे एंड या और खर्चा करेंगे. दिस इज प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ बिजनेस, आई गेस. So I think okay till now. We'll just have some, since you are aware of the keys, we will now move to joins. Okay. हाँ नहीं कुछ बोलो. What's your rank? So we start with joins. Can you tell me what are joins? इसके बाद में ये सब होने के बाद I will give you some examples where this SQL will be used. हम कैसे यूज करते हैं, बाकी के लोग कैसे यूज करते हैं, what are the applications, what is the scope of this learning SQL, and is this enough or is this a complete thing? We will get back to that part as well. Okay. So anyone knows about joins? I know it is here on screen, but what is your understanding? Anyone? Okay. Tanveer, yes, I'm sure you know. Okay, so as थोड़ी देर पहले हमने ये डिस्कस किया था कि देयर वर मल्टीपल टेबल्स, for example store and customer. So which customer belongs to goes to which particular store, can this data can be retrieved, correct? uh, and common entity which I said between the store and the customer was the store id. The customer table also had store id, and the store id of course also had store id. Aman, okay, there are two, Aman Tanvir and Aman Gangwar. First when I used to join. So okay. Yeah, correct. Come to so I cannot get the certificate. But me. Okay. So the first join is the inner join. It will filter out the uncommon rows which is not present in the both the tables. For example, if you can see on my screen, we have two tables: registration and logins. Okay. We are the key for them is the name. Okay, we have some common names or not. यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है कि रजिस्ट्रेशन में चार नाम है, लॉगिन्स में चार नाम है, बट if we use this select statement, then we are going to get only the common rows. For example, Andrew is present in both the tables and Bob is present in both the tables. That's why we are able to see this join. Okay. uh, Inner, outer, cross, self, natural. Oh yeah, natural is something which I've heard first time. Cool. So now the full outer join. The outer join is going to give us the full, including the common. They are going. It is going to show us all the existing data for from both the left and the right tables. For example, as you can see the color codes, everything from the left table is also there and everything from the right table is also there. So and the syntax is very simple: select star, select everything from registration, that is the first table; full outer join on the logins, that is the second table; on registrations, we have mentioned the first table name, and dot, then comes the column name, which is the key, and is equal to where on registration name matches with the name on in the logins table. Okay, that makes sense. The I hope the syntax makes sense. Okay. And now we'll move to the left join. The full alter join results, yeah, both the table, correct. And then we'll move to left join. So basically, based on the color coding, I hope you can see that for example, if we are going to use this syntax instead of full outer join or inner join, if we are going to use the statement left outer join, select star from registration, left outer join logins on registration, then table, which is our key again. We will be तुमको दिख रहा होगा कि जो लेफ्ट साइड के टेबल्स की जो कॉलम्स है और रोज है सब आ रहे हैं, बट राइट साइड के टेबल और कॉलम रो उतने ही आ रहे हैं जितने कॉमन है, बाकी सब नल नल आ रहे हैं. तो बॉब एंड एंड्रयू इज कॉमन. सो द वी आर हमको दिख रहे हैं एल्स, और जो बचे हुए हैं उसकी जगह पे नल आएगा. एंड सिमिलरली राइट जॉइन में भी सेम चीज होती है. लेफ्ट जॉइन और राइट जॉइन आर एग्जैक्टली सेम. अगर हमने टेबल्स चेंज कर दिए, इंटरचेंज कर दिए, तो लेफ्ट और राइट सेम चीज हो जाती है. मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हमने इसी स्टेटमेंट में सिर्फ लेफ्ट और लेफ्ट की जगह राइट यूज किया होता तो ऑल द ग्रीन और जो भी चारों ग्रीन में है वो आते हैं, और बॉब और एंड्रयू विच इज कॉमन टू द ऑरेंज टेबल, द फर्स्ट टेबल, सिर्फ वही दिखता है और बाकी जगह नल दिखता, करेक्ट. और इंस्टेड इसका अल्टरनेटिव ऐसा है कि तुम जो रजिस्ट्रेशन और लॉगिन है, जो सेलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम रजिस्ट्रेशन लेफ्ट ऑटो जॉइन लॉगिन, इसको तुम इंटरचेंज कर दोगे तो भी वो राइट जॉइन की तरह ही काम करेगा. दिस इज जस्ट अ स्टेटमेंट आई मीन. ओके, फिर से बताओ. हाँ नहीं बोलना, बोल देना. एंड Okay, so the now comes the full outer join. So this is nothing. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इनर जॉइन ने हमने ये देखा था कि हमको एक कॉमन चीज़ें मिल रही थी. वही चीज़ अगर हमको फुल आउटर जॉइन से एक्सट्रैक्ट करनी है, देन वी विल यूज a where statement where we will say that where the logins.log is null. Okay, ये लॉग आईडी जो है नल होगी, तो वो सब जो कॉमन है वही दिखेंगे, बाकी कुछ नहीं दिखेगा. Okay, now I will stop staring. Why left and why right terminologies are used? To my understanding, both are. What does it really implicate? Absolutely nothing, because okay, in a case where there can okay, for this was a particularly simple scenario, Rahul, but there are cases. In case of three tables, since we are supposed to join much more complex data in real world examples. For example, there are three tables, and in a case there will be a, for example, there are three tables, 1 2 and 3. तो जो टू टेबल होगा, probably when it comes to joining to the first and the third, it can act as a left or right join. So we don't always have to interchange it. We have to keep the table number 2 in the same position, and then so uske reference में the one can be the left, or the third can be the right. So that is the only part where I can think where I think uh, left and right join actually is going to make difference. Otherwise, both can be used in a simple query. It is going to be a much simpler thing. Okay, so I will just give you some insights. Use your second ID, Pankaj. Okay, I will just switch back to my PostgreSQL screen. Sure. So these were the joining examples of red and okay. I will just use. Sorry, वापस से PowerPoint sheet होगी. Give me a minute. A second. So yeah, now we'll just check the inner join statement. Select um, film TITD title. I'll just copy paste. So I will just first I will just show you. Select the boot two tables. Select star from title from film. Sorry. So this is the first table, and यहाँ पे film ID है, title है और उसका description है. And now we will check the actor table. Select star from actor. तो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो, यहाँ पे एक्टर आईडी है, फर्स्ट नेम है, लास्ट नेम है. ओके, सो अब अब इस क्वेरी का सिंपल एप्लीकेशन ये है कि हमको देखना है कि कौन सी फिल्म कौन सी फिल्म किस एक्टर की है. सो इसका अभी हमने ये वाली क्वेरी ली है. सेलेक्ट टेबल, सेलेक्ट यहाँ पे टेबल 1, कॉलम 1, एक्टर, एंड देन कम्स द फर्स्ट नेम एंड सेकंड नेम जो भी एक्टर का है, फ्रॉम फिल्म टेबल इनर जॉइनिंग film on film ID, which is in key here, which is the first key, and then we are actually going to again inner join actor on actor ID. I'm just going to run this query to see दिस रिजल्ट नाउ। इससे हमको दिख रहा है कि किस टाइटल जो भी की हमने यूज किया है वो हमने यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले नहीं किया। वी आर ओनली कंसर्न अबाउट द टाइटल, द फर्स्ट नेम एंड द लास्ट नेम ऑफ दिस एक्टर्स. So by this inner join we are able to see the, the title, first name and last name, and I guess there will be no null here because this is an inner join. Okay. Similarly, we will just use an example for left join. Select customer first name, rental date from customer. Now we will just can you tell me what will be the second table? रुक जा भाई सब. Left join. हाँ. Coming back to the join, left join. So select customer first name, rental date from customer, left join rental on customer. This is our this is our key. Now we'll just run this query so that we'll check कि भैया क्या उसकी रेंटल डेट थी और क्या उसका मतलब कस्टमर का क्या नाम था. ओके, दैट मेक्स सेंस. दिस इज हाउ द लेफ्ट चेन कैन बी यूज्ड. सो इन दिस केस अगर हम टेबल को इंटरचेंज करते हैं तो फिर तो देन वी विल गेट राइट जॉइन, or we can just use the term right join here, RIGHT, or we can use left join को same रख रहा हूँ, और we are going to interchange our see, interchange our column to check if the result will be we will be getting the same or not. And most probably you will get the same result. Actually, to see if the column is same or not, we will have to make a count. यहाँ पे कहीं आता नहीं है क्या? Okay, wait. So the most easy way, select count star from delete. ओके, सेलेक्ट काउंट फ्रॉम, तो इससे अपने को काउंट का आइडिया आ जाएगा. एक सेकंड. सेलेक्ट काउंट, सेलेक्ट फ्रॉम, एक सेकंड, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम. जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. ओके, मीनवाइल हमने लेफ्ट आउटर जॉइन देखा. मैं वही देखता हूँ. हाउ कैन वी एक्चुअली एग्जामिन फुल आउटर जॉइन का एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं. किसी को कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट के बारे में पता है? एनीवन? This set is a transition class. This payment data for SQL. Where did we got this payment data for SQL? Yes, okay. We got this payment data. So this data is pretty straightforward. Uh, yeah. Mm. So I'm just going to share show you the outer join. इसका रिजल्ट इट इज़ मोर मतलब अब रिजल्ट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड जो दिखता है वो है. But I hope you were able to check more in terms of the PowerPoint I shared. उसमें ज़्यादा समझ में आ रहा है. This is just the query and the syntax part. Window. Going back to PowerPoint. Okay, now comes the subqueries part. The subquery is a query within another query enclosed in parenthesis. This is again everything is about filtering only because select star से सब दिख जाता है. So why to bother? So having where clause, all these things are used to filter only. So again, there are many much more methods to filter, and one of them method is subqueries. Using the subqueries, they are used to filter data, perform calculations on subsets of data, simplify complex queries, and एडवांटेजेस भी है, डिसएडवांटेजेस भी है. लिमिटेशन सिर्फ इतना है कि ये स्लो होती है व्हेन तो जॉइन आर मच फास्टर एज कंपेयर टू सब क्वेरीज एंड इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू अभी कैसा है ना, सब क्वेरीज आर कॉम्प्लेक्स इन नेचर कंपेयर टू जॉइंस. जॉइंस कैन बी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड, बट सब क्वेरीज के अंदर बहुत सारी नेस्टिंग होती है, उसके अंदर एक रहता है, उसके अंदर एक रहता है. तो दिस इज डिफिकल्ट टू debug when it comes to कहीं अगर कुछ error आता है, then the debugging becomes quite tedious task. So we'll see again one example for shift queries as well. So set of all ordered pairs. So there are two subjects. Wait, I will share my screen again. Give me a minute. So subqueries. Okay. So we will have an example where we will use a subquery. So basically, I mean, इसका एक ऐसा एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं कि what can we actually get it. For example, subqueries में हमको filter लगाना है. तो and then we have two table. So we can see कि भाई किस तरह की information आ सकती है. When for example we can check one of the examples we can have is what if एक second, शायद my screen is not visible. Wait. I will just I will just share my again. Window PG admin again. So yeah, notifications. Go share. Okay, now as I said, key we can check about the titles and the rental date. First, we'll just check the basic tables. Select ताकि तुमको थोड़ा दिख जाए. Select star from so start from titles. Title TITLE क्या होगा मेरे इसका select start from film. Select star from film. Okay, so here we have first table. यहाँ पे we can see that we have film ID, title, and it comes to release years, language vary, rental duration, rental rate, and length of the our film, replacement cost, and the rating. You sure? I'm sure that you know what this table says. What does this table describes? Um, start from film. Select start from. Okay, I will just use the copy pasted version. So a second. So I am just copy pasting it. I have already written all this. Select title from rental rate. Select title from table film, and F is nothing but the alias. You can. I have just given this table an alias F. You can write ali alias one alias alias one alias one. ये कहाँ का सर हो गया हाँ where Swan. This makes more sense, right? Select alias one, the temporary name which we are going to give to our table film. Uh, which, for example, in complex queries, it is used to simplify our queries. But we have actually the film name, the film term is actually shorter from the alias we are given we have given. So in this case, it is not making sense. But in actual cases, the table name can be quite complex and big. So to simplify it, the alias is given to them. So select title and rental rate from film table, where rental rate is more than since this is a subquery. Now you can see this is the second query embedded in the first. For example, as you can see, यहाँ पे where rental rate is select average rental rate from film, where film language ID is same as the language ID. Okay, from the table film. Okay, so as you can see, both these table are same film and alias one. So यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हो कि दोनों सेम सेम टेबल है. We have used the same table and we have used the sub query to extract the data. तो ऐसी बात है कि इसमें अब ऐसा दिख रहा है कि जस्ट टू अवॉइड द कंफ्यूजन दिस एलियास वाज गिवन. यहाँ पे अगर फिल्म फिल्म लिख देते तो इट वाइट मतलब समझने में दिक्कत हो जाती कि तुम बोलते कि ये फिल्म और ये फिल्म तो सेम टेबल है. ऑफ कोर्स सेम टेबल है, बट ये वाला फिल्म, ये वाला जो कॉलम है, ये वाला जो लैंग्वेज आईडी है कॉलम है, दिस इज एक्चुअली यूज्ड फॉर द sub query, the table which is used in sub query rather than the table which is used in, and this one is the table which is used in the outer query. So we have put the where condition on the table itself. Yeah. So this gives us the information on the table where कभी कैसा है ना, डायरेक्ट रेंटल रेट का एवरेज नहीं निकलता, इसलिए हमको ऐसा निकालना पड़ा. So this is how we can get we can use our subqueries. So फिलहाल the extraction part is okay. So फिलहाल the extraction part is over. We can just discuss something on the application part, or this SQL. Okay, because you must be saying why it is required. Okay, for now it is over. The lecture, the content is over. Now it will move in the application part. कि भाई तुम लोग यहाँ पे हो, तुमको ये सीखना क्यों चाहिए, नहीं सीखना चाहिए, how it is it going to be useful. So that part we can discuss now. So any questions तुम बता सकते हो. um, I will just, yeah, any questions. Okay, so starting with the data analytics, जहाँ फिलहाल तो data analytics and machine learning and AI, all these things are in the market, taking aggressively over the all the jobs, ऐसा ऐसा बोल सकते हैं. But SQL is an extensively used. हम लोग जैसे कि मेरा डोमेन है बैंकिंग. सो बैंकिंग बोले तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट डेटा. Bayan, anything specific would you like me to explain? Please tell. Uh, because okay, this was only the extraction part. Only we can use how we are able to check some of the insightful data कि हाँ भाई हमको क्या एग्जैक्टली exactly चीज़ें मिलती है, पता चलती है. हम देख सकते हैं ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टेड डेटा है. एसक्यूएल इज मच मोस्ट लार्जर कॉन्सेप्ट. वो यहाँ पे टेबल्स होते हैं, एक्सट्रैक्शंस होते हैं, मतलब अपडेशन होता है, अल्टरेशन होता है. So I'm sure that the selected admin must have sent you the links for the certificate. Please check that, or you might get that in the WhatsApp group which they have created. Please check with them. The last part about data pieces. Okay, I will try to check. Okay. So about the application part, the data analytics. Huh. So data is some of the things which which we use as per the admin has sent us link. Please check. uh, ये हो गया. Then comes the development. SQL is crucial for back end development, क्योंकि अभी फ्रंट एंड में तो ये चीजें दिखती थी कि भाई स्क्रीन पे क्या चल रहा है, एंड हाउ द things will be reacting to whatever the touches we are going to do or whatever the clicks we are going to do, and कैसा कितना fancy वो सब चीज़ें रहती है. But when it comes to the data is actually stored in the backend tables. तो वहीं पे इट इज क्रूशियल इस कि यहाँ पे सीक्वल क्रूशियल होता है. जो भी टेबुलर फॉर्म में डेटा होता है वो सब स्टोर और मैनिपुलेट करने के लिए. उसका रियल टाइम यूज भी होता है. दोज आर अपडेटेड. कुछ चीज़ें चेंज होती है तो वहाँ पे वो अपडेट भी होता है. कुछ चीज़ें रिट्रीव करनी होती है फ्रंट एंड पे तो भी वो बैक एंड टेबल से ही रिट्रीव की जाती है. सो इन दैट केस बैक एंड डेवलपर्स are for a career in backend development, you should be having strong basics. Strong, I mean, what I showed was just the basics. काफी advanced चीजें होती है. You will have to go through that. Data warehousing is again, well, I have already mentioned that SQL is used to manage and query data warehouses. तो एज आई सेड काफी लार्ज स्केल में डेटा होता है. ये एक बहुत छोटा एग्जांपल था. जो ये तो डमी डेटाबेस था फॉर दी मूवी एंड रेंटल थिंग. Okay. Then comes the reporting part. SQL used to generate reports for dashboard, providing insight and visualization for decision making. So as I said, some of the decision making things we did, for example, जब हमने filter किया sum aggregate functions लगा के aggregate function लगा के sum हमने देखा कि जो भी highest spending customers थे उनको हम target कर सकते हैं. So those kind of decision making can be done in real example as well. Which for example in banking we are ऐसे ही हम हाई नेटवर्थ इंडिविजुअल्स को टारगेट कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि जब भी हम क्रेडिट कार्ड बेचते हैं या फिर कोई भी चीज़ प्रोडक्ट बेचते हैं, दोज आर वेरी स्पेसिफिक टू द कस्टमर्स. those are very specific to the customer. For example, if someone is having high network, तो उसको उसके उसके हिसाब से क्रेडिट कार्ड, उसके उसके हिसाब से प्रोडक्ट्स एंड उसके हिसाब से द ऑफर्स आर प्रेजेंटेड टू हिम. सो दिस इज यूज्ड टू मेक डिसीजन मेकिंग हो गया. नेटवर्किंग, सॉरी, मार्केटिंग हो गई. तो वो काफ़ी टारगेटेड चीज़ें रहती है. टारगेटेड चीज़ें रहती है, मतलब इंसाइट्स रहते हैं जिसके हिसाब से हम यू नो डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. Okay, another session on the. This is kind of Bayan. This was kind of boot camp. So this is the uni session. I mean, yeah, till now, and machine learning. Since machine learning is when I said the manipulation part, so this is the pre-processing where we have to clean, we have to check if there are any irregularities or some kind of you know rubbish data. We have to clean that to make sure that we are otherwise in machine learning models you must be aware कि भाई क्या आ रहा है. फॉर एग्जांपल उस गलत डेटा आ गया, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा आउटलायर्स आ गए, तो फिर गार्बेज इन और गार्बेज आउट हो जाएगा. एवरीथिंग विल बी रबिश. तुम्हारे जो जो भी अगर कोई सिंपल लीनियर रिग्रेशन भी लगा रहे हो तो दे विल बी हैविंग एन मच मोर इम्पैक्ट. So SQL is in that case SQL is used to pre-process the data, clean and structure the data. Yeah. So mobile applications. So again, this is part of development. So and this cloud computing, again, this is all part of computing. And I also there are there are people from the cybersecurity domain in our lecture as well, even in our boot camp. I am sure that they will be having much more meaningful insights in the future. They will be eager to join the selected so that they can have much thorough knowledge in this domain. So yeah, I think that's it from my side. So any questions you can please refer. You can ask Bayan anything. You can ask. You mentioned about the last part of database. Can you please? I do. There was having two options with the same answer. Wait, सर्टिफिकेट कैसे मिलेगा? सर्टिफिकेट बाकी को मिल गया, ये देखो इन्होंने लिंक भेजी है ना, अटेम्प्ट किस टू गेट द सर्टिफिकेट, हैव यू ट्राइड दैट लिंक for data? Is this much SQL enough? No, 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 no. These are nothing can be enough in this because okay. Wait. Stop sharing. I will share my entire screen. Give me a minute. Um, Give me a minute. Can you see my entire screen now? Yeah. Sorry. So we can just check, the LinkedIn or some portals. For example, मेरी screen दिख रही है ना? मेरा LinkedIn खुला है, दिख रहा है? Just tell me yes or no. It doesn't matter if it is MySQL or PostgreSQL or anything. Okay, so we'll just check. मतलब हम try करते हैं कि मतलब to search. uh, जैसे कि मैंने थोड़े सर्च देख रखे थे. For example, if you are looking for business analytics, so we will just check if it is required or not. You will be able to know कि apart from this, are there any more things which can be मतलब जो जिसकी जरूरत पड़ सकती है. For example, अभी मैंने एक string search की business analyst की. So we'll just check with the the job description. तो यहाँ पे दिख रहा है as you can see BTech, MTech, MBA enabled discipline. यहाँ पे दिख रहा हो कि advanced SQL and advanced SQL, Excel and SQL is a must. Okay. Apart from that, Python as well. तो सिर्फ सीक्वल काफी नहीं होगा अनलेस यू आर सीक्वल डेवलपर, मतलब उसका पूरा टाइम काम फिर सीक्वल पे होगा. वी एज एन एनालिस्ट क्या बोलते हैं, वी एज एन एनालिस्ट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज, क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग, एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड यूज करते हैं, पूरी तरह से डेवलपमेंट के लिए यूज नहीं करते. कभी एक्सेल यूज करते हैं, कभी सीक्वल यूज करते हैं, कभी पाइथन यूज करते हैं, कभी सैश यूज करते हैं, कभी आर यूज करते हैं. So those are the different kind of skill set you should have. And SQL is one of the important things because सभी डेटा होता है. इनफैक्ट जो सीक्वल की क्वेरी होती है दैट आल्सो कम्स फ्रॉम द एक्सेल, मतलब उसका भी हम एक्सट्रैक्शन एक्सक्यूएल में करते हैं, उसको भी हम पाइथन से लिंक करते हैं, और एक्सेल को भी पाइथन से लिंक करते हैं, सीक्वल को भी पाइथन से लिंक करते हैं टू गेट द ग्राफ्स एंड ऑल दैट सेट. ये अभी मैंने अभी थोड़े एग्जांपल ऐसे एसक्यूएल डेवलपर के देख सकते हैं. सो अब एसक्यूएल डेवलपर में तो ऑफकोर्स एसक्यूएल तो लगेगा ही, एंड दैट मे रिक्वायर हाई एंड मच मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स लेवल ऑफ क्वेरीज. अभी बिजनेस एनालिस्ट देखा, बैक एंड डेवलपर एज आई सेड उसको भी लगता है. सो नॉट ओनली सिर्फ एक चीज पूरा स्किल से नहीं होता. यू विल हैव टू हैव मच मोर थिंग्स बेस्ड ऑन योर डोमेन. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम बैक एंड डेवलपर की बात करें, आई नो यहाँ पे पक्का सीक्वल तो है ही है, बट उसके बाद जो भी रिक्वायर्ड लैंग्वेज होती है वो सब आनी चाहिए, जो भी है जे एक्टिवएमएस जो भी है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, सिंस आई एम मोर इनटू, अभी जैसे कि अभी क्रेडिट रिस्क में हम देखें तो आई एम श्योर देयर विल बी having they will be having requirements for SQL as well. They have not mentioned anywhere. Let us move to some other. They have not mentioned, but from my experience, I can definitely tell those kind of things are required because we and Axis Bank do all this stuff. Anyways, I hope this made sense. Okay, what's your name on LinkedIn? My name is Vaibhav Kodape. Where is my profile picture? If you want to connect, I will share my. Uh, how do I? This is my like React. You can connect me यहाँ से. Uh, MSSL or MySQL pset. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can just search SQL. Don't worry about it. You can just select which SQL is better, and you can get all this tutorial because everything has to be practiced ultimately. Otherwise, हाँ भाई क्या बताना है ये सेशन का कैसे मिलेगा किसको मिल गया क्या सर क्विज का तो मिल गया पर ये सेशन का कैसे मिला क्या चाहिए सर no if this much is SQL is not enough no uh, this much this is not even this is very little domain of SQL. This is very single part of SQL. I can just share some of my certificate इस सेशन का यही तो सर्टिफिकेट था ना to make a database on my website where student can store this again and use it globally. For that, you will have to check with the database creation part. This lecture was more into more in, focused on you know the extraction part. The creation part is not touched. So Aman, uh, when it comes to when it comes to the capacity and the range of how SQL can be used, this was a very basic example, and I did not check the very much complex query which are actually used, but this was basically a step towards starting SQL. Uh, Rahul, about the notes, there are no notes for this, Rahul. Honestly, you can just Google SQL cheat sheets एंड आई सेड कि एसक्यूएल काफ़ी मतलब इंट्यूटिव है दिख के समझ में आता है कि भाई क्या हो रहा है सेलेक्ट स्टार में क्या हो रहा है सेलेक्ट स्टार बोले तो सब कुछ होता है वेयर में क्या होता है वी आर यूजिंग फिल्टर्स हैविंग जैसे कि मैंने बताया अभी किसी को एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो वो क्या बोलेगा और हैविंग और वेयर में उसको फर्क नहीं पता चलेगा बट सिंस वी आर मच फेमिलियर जो मैंने तुम्हें बताया having is used to create filters on the aggregate functions aggregate by aggregate I mean the sum statement the sum average min max all those things वहाँ पे वो filter लगाने के लिए होता है और where जो हमने direct column choose किया उसके लिए होता है so those are the kind of things you will be you can contact me on LinkedIn you can connect with me and if you have much more questions you can ask me okay researching programming language, data analytics, programming languages. So, programming languages for data analytics. So, for example, I know SQL is not a programming language, but Python is not used to create some program, but it is used as an application. It is used to visualize. For example, in Jupyter Lab, a module in Python, we are actually checking, not exactly creating any programs there, but we are able to do some data analytics type of thing, which is not exactly programming. So some of the common tools which is used in industry are mostly Python, SAS for the machine learning and stuff, and R. Can we website to host website and PHP? I'm sorry, that is currently not in my pursue. I cannot actually help you with that, Bunny. Free website to host website. Sorry, Bunny. Uh, any more questions you would like to ask me? Rahul, I told you about the notes. You can just type SQL cheat sheet and you will get all the notes you require. Certificate. I'm sure that others have got the certificate. Okay, I started receiving some SQL cheat sheet. Yeah, Still SQL not open. I am sure that many more people have. एक मिनट, सबको बाकी को भी मिल गया ना, किसका ओपन होके क्लोज भी हो गया आई थिंक. It depends upon the application, Rahul. uh, you see, for example, a developer for a development activity, for a backend or front end development, जो भी है, she is more essential as compared to Python. But as in since I'm into data analytics part, for me Python is more relevant, क्योंकि भाई सी Python is मतलब Python is it can be used to generate inside the graphs and the tables, used to manipulate data. But uh, but uh, but C has different set of applications compared to Python. So we cannot say that it is not worthy, but depends upon depending upon the uh, you know depending upon the application, the situation can vary. तो Python is not worthy. It can be but मतलब हाँ, अब कोई डेवलपमेंट के लिए हो सकता है वो स्लो हो, बट मेरे लिए तो इट्स ओके, क्योंकि मेरे लिए मैं अगर ऐसा देखूंगा तो शायद सी मेरे लिए नॉट वर्ती है. क्योंकि वो मेरा डोमेन ही नहीं है ना. Sir certificate, please attempt quiz. There is some pinned you know pinned chat to attempt quiz to get certificate. Have you tried that? तो खत्म हो गया होगा प्लीज भाई. देखो देखो देखो, चालू होगा अभी भी, ऐसा चालू बटन तो नहीं होगा. Rasumat is not opening anything. Post again, sir. Let me check again. Let me check. That course for free. Have you logged in? Continue with Google. I'll try that by myself. Give me a minute. 8196. यहाँ पे चालू तो है स्क्वेयर. आई कैन सी दैट. प्लीज ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हो? Yes, I am able to even submit that. Please check. The link is working for me as well. It is good for understanding the same as for you. What is CTTCBBSR? Is it some college name? Uh, anyways, you can just contact me on LinkedIn if you have any queries, because we have only few minutes left. तुम सबको भी भूख लगी होगी. When you make front end course, Bayan, that is for that you will have to contact this collected. Uh, Vishal, I can open the quiz because front end codes is not my domain. I am into analytics part. I am currently into credit risk thing, modeling domain, जहाँ पे स्कोप है बहुत कम है. फ्रंट एंड का कोई स्कोप नहीं है, मतलब. सो फॉर दैट यू विल हैव टू कॉन्टैक्ट द सिलेक्टेड person. He will be able to give you more insight on who will be the teacher, who will be starting that front end course. And apart from this, you can also check the links and all other, sorry, all other boot camps which were there. Okay. Vishal, quiz is opening for me. Vishal, please check. Again, the admin has shared the link. Please check. Quiz is opening. What we have to do? We have to open this link, start the quiz. That's it. Then you will get your certificate. Are you providing my certificate? Thank you, sir. It's all there. Okay, then I think it's time that we can end the stream. Thank you. For you can connect me on the LinkedIn. I did shared my LinkedIn if you want to. Uh, yeah, that's all for today. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. Aman, I actually tried myself. The quiz it is opening for me. Use Chrome and strong internet. Yeah, please. Uh, Not opening logged in as well. Use mobile as well as laptop. Now it is opening for me. When change your browser. I was using Edge. I'm sure Edge पे तो चलेगा ही. And the admin suggested you must be using Chrome. So please check that as well. So I hope the applications are clear. Why and where all these things can be used. नहीं है कल कोई क्लास नहीं. It was in bootcamp. Thank you. Yeah, use your another ID. Samuel. And see, yes, yes, Kumar, check the link, check the pinned comment or message, pin chat, check the pin chat. Attempt use to get the certificate. I'm cooked. I, I will. I did complete the quiz. I'm sure you will get the certificate. Uh, don't worry. मेरा भी मैंने भी लॉगिन किया टाइम खत्म हो गया. Okay, okay. That's it. I'm ending the stream. Thank you. The if the admin will tell you how you may get your certificate. देखो, he has said that everyone who enrolled in the quiz they will get certificate. Don't worry. Okay, sir, please. I did complete the quiz. Everyone who enrolled in the quiz they will get the certificate. Rinku, thank you. Where will we? Where will you get the certificate? Uh, uh, let the admin reply. Enroll कहाँ करना है? ले साइट पे मिल जाएगा मिल जाएगा. एडमिन ने बोला मिल जाएगा. हाँ ये देखो. After submitting the quiz, you can claim your certificate from left corner of the quiz page. Please try this. Rinku, please try this. Okay, I think it's time. I should end the stream. Thank you.